sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Atlantic coast of Maine and Lighthouse Pointe, live second-round coverage of the Maine Classic. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Hideki Matsuyama is the leader. He sits at 10 under par. And the golfer we'll be watching, definitely in contention, just 3 shots off the lead. Well, I don't think that's how you envision things starting. A wayward first tee shot, but he's going to get away with it as that ricochets back into the fairway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
117 to the hole. Ball on a slight upslope, which should send it just a little bit higher in flight.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. Now at the second hole here at Lighthouse, it's a par 3, 234 yards. Difficult hole, Frank, especially when the wind picks up.
It is, and you can see with that bunker on the right side, that's obviously the bailout area because the problem side is to the left of this green. That's where the cliff starts to run all the way down to the ocean. This is a very difficult par 3, not just because of its length, but because it's exposed to all of Maine's elements.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll stay at 7 under. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Pointe. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. That is a really good shot on him. 2 on this par 5, but work's not done yet.
I'm a tough taskmaster. If he makes the putt, or at least gets down in 2, then I'm going to congratulate him on this hole.
Yeah, that's really well done. From that distance, you'll take it every time. This, only about 5 feet for birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And fresh off a 65 in round 1, he'll move to 1 under for his round today. Well, here at the par 4 fourth, 411 yards, Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and maybe take a few pictures because the views are absolutely amazing.
And you also see why this golf course is called the Cliffs, that's for sure. Great vistas. This front 9 completely lines the coast, so you're going to need to keep it fairly straight on this golf course. This hole in particular, though, the fairway is actually rather generous, so you do get a little bit of reprieve off the tee, and you really want to hit the fairway because that green is very tiny, Rich.
Green pushing this one a little to the right.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Now his second at the par 4 fourth. That one needed a little bit more. It's going to come back and come to rest just off the front edge of the green. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he's going to stay 2 back. Now the 5th hole, par 4, 481 yards.
Find the fairway, and it's a fairly generous one. And you should have a shot where you want a nice lofted one over that front bunker to land softly on the green.
Yeah, that one going to chase down the fairway a little, and it'll wind up perfect. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
We're looking at 131 yards left to the flag. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
A little long, as we can see, and a little to the right, but still makeable if you hit a good one.
18-footer. Oh, no problems at all. The pace perfect. It is in for birdie. And he's got it to 2 under for the round, 9 under now for the tournament. Now at the 6th hole, it's a par 3, just under 200 yards. Where's the challenge here, Frank?
Well, you've got to love that bunker on the left side, Rich, especially because it's shaped like a letter L. Got to fly that. Green's not too deep. So really the challenge is trying to flight that ball in amongst the breeze should it kick up.
And that one wanders off to the right, so time to see if the wedge can save him. Now some touch needed here for his second. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he's going to remain one shot off the pace. Now to the 7th hole here at Lighthouse Pointe. Frank, we all love the shorter par 4s.
There's so many decisions to be made here at 7. If you look at the scorecard, it's not very long, but when you start to flash your driver down that right side, you'll notice that fairway gets very narrow. So the decision is really, that's the prudent play or not. From there, it's just a short iron in, and you should be looking at birdie.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Not much to this one. It's for birdie. That one brushed in. It is a birdie here at 7. And he's in the double figures now at 10 under par. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
I think I'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he's going to remain at 10 under. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs. And the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally, you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole. But of course, everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. This would be a good way to finish off the front side. Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that will be a sizzling 31 on the front side, 4 under par. Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brand is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but this is, it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often reachable. 11, that's one of them.
And this one's only 530 yards as a par 5, and remember 10 was a par 4 at 592. Still 176 to go as he gets set for his second.
It's a good shot, but does leave that little uphill putt, so that one will be slow.
Now this for birdie at 10.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. So that's in for par to start this backside. And this will stay a one-shot lead. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes, the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club, or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Well within range from here, a second now to the par 5.
I dare say a touch too aggressive. Try to fly it all the way and expect it to hold. It is very ambitious. Look what's happened.
So an ideal spot right here, just off the green, a makeable chance at eagle. Four feet now for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And he's opened up a 2-shot lead here in round 2. 12th hole now, and Frank, the long hitters could have an advantage here.
If they want to take a very dangerous line over that left side, this is really where the shot maker has the advantage, that hole bending completely to the left. You'd like to hit a draw there, so use those bunkers down the through side of the fairway and then just sort of shape that ball towards the green. Interesting shaped green, really 3 different sections to this, and of course 3 bunkers, each protecting a different portion. Well, in the olden days, we used to say trees are 90% air. Judging by that bounce, that's not exactly true. Finishes up in the first cut.
From just off the fairway, Iona, second shot coming up.
Well, he's left himself 121 yards to the hole. Pin, front right. It's a sneaky one.
I'm not quite sure of that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
This is a 16-footer. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he draws 3 shots clear on this Friday. Well, well, well. What do we have here, partner? The par 5, 13th, or is it a par 8? I can't tell.
It looks like a misprint, Rich. 702 yards, and not only that, too, they put the 2 fairway bunkers in a perfect place. Perfect place if they want to annoy your tee shot. It's going to take 310, 320 yards just to get past that. Then you've got a long, long way to go. And, of course, remember when you're on 10? This is the shared green. So 13 and 10, and this is where they meet up again at the end of a long, long walk.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. You betcha. What a roll there. That is in for a birdie. And he's now the leader by 4 here on this Friday. Starting the 14th hole. Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. Now this for another birdie.
And this should have a little bit of left to right in it, but you've got to be careful not to hit this too hard.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain 4 clear of the field. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Pointe with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So after that bomb of a drive, this his second to the par 4. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. This is a 19-foot putt. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. We begin the finishing stretch here at Lighthouse Pointe with the downhill 241-yard par 3 16th. Bunker in the back, but open access to the pin otherwise. Fun hole here. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, that'll do just fine. Had a pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach. Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and he'll remain at 14 under. 17th hole is another par 5, 613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Only the longest hitters can get here in 2. It's 2 big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway, so if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch, and really great opportunity to get one back off the scorecard.
And that's where you need to be, back into the fairway on this par 5. May need to recheck the yardage after that one. That's on the green, but not a real good shot. Well, Iona's had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. No problems there. That's par here at 17. He's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. We end our day here at Lighthouse Pointe with a par 4 18th, under 400 yards. A good chance to go after the pin if you can stay in the fairway off the tee. That one's not even close. That is way to the right. And that'll do just fine. That's a good putt to save par here at 18. And that is going to be back-to-back 65s to start the tournament. That is sensational. One final look at our leaderboard, and it shows our featured golfer clear by 3 at the midway point of this tournament.
No doubt they're in the driving seat, but, 36 holes left remaining, so mistakes are still in front. They have to be avoided.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.